Thank you very much. Thanks so much to the Kennedy Center for having us, for South Arts for making this possible, for the Bremen Museum for hosting us. This is Kevin Smith on the bass and Justin Chasarek on the drums. My name is Joe Alterman, and I'm the executive director of Naranana. We recently transitioned from being the Atlanta Jewish Music Festival, and Naranana means let's come together and sing in Hebrew. And while we don't seek to define Jewish music, we like to ask the question, what is Jewish music? And when I first came onto this role about 2 years ago, I was determined to find that answer that I don't think exists, but it was a lot of fun exploring. So I asked 200 people the question, what is Jewish music? And I got 200 different answers. I got anything in Hebrew, and I'd find a band that sings Johnny Cash tunes in Hebrew. Then I'd get anything from Israel, and I'd find a Taylor Swift cover band from Israel. I'd get anything based on the Old Testament, and it's a lot of gospel music. I'd hear a Jew playing music, be Jewish music. I even heard Cole Porter, who wrote that song, and that might be the most Jewish-sounding song you hear all set. That was called My Heart Belongs to Daddy. And I asked the person who told me why he thought Cole Porter was Jewish music, and he told me that Cole Porter, who was one of the only non-Jews in that crew of songwriters in the early 20th century, recognized that when he was writing for Broadway, that 80% of the Broadway audience was coming over from Yiddish theater, so they were Jewish people, so he had to write for this Jewish audience, and because he wrote with the Jewish audience in mind, this person thought that Cole Porter's music was more Jewish than, say, Harold Arlen's. But it was a lot of fun exploring the question, but one day I came up with my own definition. I realized that if you like klezmer music, you're going to type in, when's the next klezmer music concert coming online? No one's typing, when's the next Jewish music concert coming online? So to me, it's not a genre. I remember I shared the name of the old festival with Wynton Marsalis. He said, Jewish music, not really a thing, but all over American music, exactly. And that's what I hope our new name, which means let's come together and sing, reflects. To me, the Jewishness of the music comes from the story, not necessarily from the music. We'll get to some of the stories, but first, more music. I want to welcome wonderful Carla Harris to sing a little Irving Berlin.
Isn't it a lovely day to be caught in the rain? You were going on your way, now you've got to remain. Just as you were going, leaving me all at sea, the clouds broke, they broke, and oh, what a break for me. I can see the sun up high, though we're caught in a storm. I can see where you and I could be cozy and warm. Let the rain pitter patter, 'cause it really doesn't matter if the skies are gray. Long as I can be with you, it's a lovely day. Isn't it a lovely day to be caught in the rain? You were going railroads broke. Oh, they broke. And oh, what a break for me. Baby, now I can see the sun up high, though we're caught in a storm. I can see where you and I could be cozy and warm. Let the rain pitter-patter, you know it doesn't matter if the skies are gray. Long as I can be with you, it's a lovely day. Long as I can be with you, it's a lovely day. Oh, long as I can be with you, it's a lovely day.
Final for the wonderful Carla Harris. That was Irving Berlin's Isn't This a Lovely Day? And I think when we're talking about Jewish contributions to American music, Irving Berlin is the perfect place to start. He's the son of a cantor, and he moved from Belarus to America, and his goal was to write American music. And truthfully, before the Jewish-Black collaboration in American music was imitating British music. And while many of the African-American musicians were coming up with the swing in the music, at the same time, people like Irving Berlin were coming up with the swing in the words. And jazz is an African-American art form, but many of these Jewish composers contributed songs and song forms and harmonic patterns that the great jazz musicians could later elaborate on and improvise on. Think about John Coltrane, My Favorite Things, is a great example. But many of these Jewish composers moved to America, and they said, you know, my Judaism has nothing to do with it. And I often quote my hero in this world, Ben Sidran, and he says, what's more Jewish than saying my Judaism has nothing to do with it? But the phenomena that I found in the music is that it actually has a lot to do with it. The phenomena here is that, you know, many of these Jewish composers moved over from places where they were not citizens in their country. So, you know, despite some of the anti-Semitic tropes that Jews were coming to America to control things, they weren't. They were really coming here to belong to something. And if you look at much of Irving Berlin's music, which was, you know, White Christmas, God Bless America, he even had someone who worked for him write Take Me Out to the Ball Game. These songs were what Ben calls longing to belong. And, you know, I'm dreaming of a white Christmas. I don't care if I never get back, things like that. So there was this outsider-insider thing where Jews were still an outsider like they were in their old country, but they were a part of this thing in America, and they have almost an observer kind of quality to a lot of the music. They were a part of it, but they were kind of observing it, like you'll see in a lot of those kind of songs. But I thought it'd be great to continue with another song that has a great story, and this is George Gershwin's, and this is Our Love Is Here to Stay. This was the last song he ever wrote, and it didn't have a title until he passed away, and his brother, the lyricist Ira, decided to write Our Love Is Here to Stay. So this is Love Is Here to Stay.
It's very clear our love is here to stay, not for a year, but forever and a day. The radio and the telephone and the movies that we know may just be passing fancies, and in time may go. But oh my dear, our love is here to stay. Together we going a long, long way. In time the Rockies may crumble, Gibraltar may tumble, they're only made of clay, but our love is here to stay. Not for a year, but forever and a day. The radio and the telephone and the movies that we know may just be passing fancies, and in time may go. But oh, my dear, my dear, my dear, our love is here to stay. Together we going a long, long way. In time the Rockies may crumble, Gibraltar may tumble, they're only made of clay, but our love is here. Our love is here. Our love is here to stay.
For Carla Harris, once again, that was Gershwin. Our love is here to stay. And Gershwin's got an interesting story. When he first got into music, he was turned down for jobs both by Shalom Secunda, who was a Yiddish writer who wrote the song by Mir Bis Shane. He said he wasn't Jewish enough. And he was also turned down to work for Irving Berlin. He said he wouldn't be comfortable writing pop music. And so what did we get? We got Rhapsody in Blue, some of the most uniquely American music of all time. And by the way, that clarinet riff at the beginning that people often say is the most Jewish sounding thing in Gershwin's music, the clarinet player actually improvised that. So it's not. But we'll continue with Harold Arlen now. And this song was considered very unusual when it first came out. This is Stormy Weather. We're gonna have some fun, yes.
Don't know why there's no sun up in the sky. Stormy weather since my band and I ain't together. Keeps raining all the time. Life is bad, gloom and mystery everywhere. Stormy weather, just can't get my poor self together. It keeps raining all the time. When he went away, the blues walked in and met me. if he stays away. Oh, rocking chair will get me, and all I do is pray the Lord above will let me walk in the sun once more. Can't go on, everything I have is gone. Stormy weather since my man and I ain't together. It keeps raining all the time. The Lord above will let me walk in the sun once more. Can't go on, everything I have is gone. Stormy weather since my man and I ain't together. No, it keeps raining all the time. Yeah, it keeps raining all the time.
Harris, Stormy Weather. And that was written by Harold Arlen, another son of a cantor. And interestingly, one day, Harold Arlen, who also wrote Over the Rainbow, played a recording of Louis Armstrong singing, and his dad, the cantor, said, "That sounds like my stuff." And coincidentally, Louis Armstrong grew up working for a Jewish family in New Orleans, and he invented scat singing one day when he was in a recording studio, and he dropped his sheet music. He didn't know what to do, so he started singing these syllables. And he actually, in an interview years later with Cab Calloway, talked about how he actually thought back to the Jewish family praying in their kitchen. He didn't speak Hebrew, so to him it was random syllables, but he didn't want to talk about it a lot because he thought it would be seen as making fun of Jewish people, but that's not what it was. That reflects how much of a gumbo of cultures American music is. And so many of these Jewish composers and artists were really influenced by black music and gospel music. And this next song was written by Paul Simon, and this was influenced by a group called the Swan Silvertones. He was particularly inspired by a song called Mary Don't You Weep, which is a gospel classic, and this is Bridge Over Troubled Water.
When you're weary, feeling small, when tears are in your eyes, I will dry them all. I'm on your side. When times are rough and friends just can't be found, like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down like a bridge over troubled water. I will lay me down. When you're down and out, when you're on the street, when evening falls so hard, I will comfort you, that's what I'll do. I'll take your part. Oh, when darkness comes and pain is all around, like a bridge over troubled water, well, I will lay me down like a bridge over troubled water. I will lay me down. Sail on, silver girl, sail on by. Your time has come to shine. All your dreams are on your way. See how they shine when you need a friend. I'm sailing right behind, like a bridge over troubled water. I will ease your mind, like a bridge over troubled water. I will ease your
But for Carla Harris, thank you so much. Once again, Kevin Smith, Justin Chesarek, and we're live here at the Bremen Museum, and this is Naranana, Kennedy Center, and South Arch. Thank you very much. And talk about the all the Jewish performers and composers influenced by gospel music, and I'm one of them. And I'm very lucky to have two great piano mentors who are very influenced by gospel music, Les McCann and Ramsey Lewis. And I remember Les told me one day that he said he plays jazz, but he really plays gospel funk. And he said, man, you didn't grow up in a church, so why don't you lead into the stuff you did grow up with? So here's, inspired by Les McCann, my take on the Jewish song, Osei Shalom. Thank you very much. That was Osei Shalom, and I'm excited to welcome our next guest, the wonderful John Liebman. We're going to pay tribute now to Sonny Boy Williamson. Stick with me for a sec. We want to recognize all the Jewish people on not on the performer or composer side of the business, but on the record side of the business. And we understand that it gets complicated here, especially with some of the business dealings and stuff. But overall, a lot of these labels released music that other labels would not put out. And they preserved and documented so much important American music that it's hard to imagine America without. And so we're going to pay tribute to Sonny Boy Williamson, who is on Chess Records right now. This is John Liebman.
Put up no cooking stove. This room is so small, I can't put up no cooking stove. Now you can tell by the weather, man, it's so cold outdoors. Come on, Nick Johnson. In my younger days, I wished I know no. I won't be begging nobody to let me in this house. I'd have had a home.
Sonny Boy Williamson, and now we'll turn to a little Bob Dylan. And Bob Dylan is to me kind of like the Lenny Bruce. He was to music what Lenny Bruce was to comedy. He made music and songwriting more personal. Before Lenny Bruce came around, people were telling jokes not from their own perspective. And then Dylan came around, and even though he made up a lot of his truths, they were his truths, and it kind of made songwriters obsolete in a lot of ways. You had to write your own music after he came around. One of my favorite stories about Dylan is when he came to New York, he was trying to, create his new persona. His motto was, life is not about finding yourself, it's about creating yourself. And he moved to New York, and he was, trying to not be Jewish, and he goes to Woody Guthrie's house. He didn't realize that Woody Guthrie's wife was Jewish, and Woody Guthrie wasn't home, but she let him stay and wait because she could tell that he was a nice Jewish boy, she later admitted. But we're gonna play a Dylan song that's not very well known. John has a great spin on this. This is called Don't Fall Apart on Me Tonight.
Just a minute before you leave, girl. Just a minute before you touch the door. What is it that you were trying to achieve, girl? Do you think we can talk about it some more? You know the streets are filled with vipers who lost all rays of hope. You know it ain't even safe no more in the palace of the pole. Don't fall apart on me tonight. And I just don't think I can handle it. Don't fall apart on me tonight. Yesterday's just a memory. Tomorrow ain't never what it's supposed to be. I need you. Come over here from over there, girl. Just sit down here, you can have my chair. I can't see us going anywhere, girl. You know the only place open is 1,000 miles away, and I can't take you there. You know I wish I'd been a doctor, and maybe I'd have saved some lives that been lost, and maybe I'd have done some good in this world instead of burning every bridge I cross. Don't fall apart on me tonight. And I just don't think I can handle it. Don't fall apart on me tonight. Yesterday's just a memory. Tomorrow ain't never what it's supposed to be. I need you. Don't fall apart on me tonight. And I just don't think I can handle it. Don't fall apart on me tonight. Yesterday just a memory. Tomorrow ain't never what it's supposed to be. I need you. Don't fall apart on me tonight.
All right, Don't Fall Apart on Me Tonight. Sean Liebman, Nick Johnson, Kevin Smith, and Justin Chasark. And now, speaking of what is Jewish music, this will fall more into the category of a Jew playing music. This is one of John's originals, and this is called How Long?
There was a time when I last saw you, girl, and I knew we were through. But now that you're gone, I can move on. Longing for you to stay, but now that you're gone, I can move on. How long, how long, how long, how long? Now I'm not sentimental, and I know what's right. Let's call it what it is, girl. You and me's a fight. 'Cause I don't need your love affair. And baby, you know I had my share. There was a time when I last saw you, girl, and I knew we were through. But now that you're gone, I can move on. How long, how long, how long, how long? Time when I last saw you, girl, and I knew we were through. But now that you're gone, I can move on.
How long? John Liebman, Nick Johnson. And I think we got time for one more. Many thanks to the Kennedy Center and to South Arch. This is really a treat. How fun is it to play live music again, you guys? But once again, thank you to the Bremen Museum for hosting us. And again, I'm Joe Alterman, the Executive Director of Naranana. So I hope you'll check us out at narananaarts.org. And we're going to close with a song by Randy Newman. And there's one of the central tenets in Judaism is a concept called tikkun olam, which means repair the world. And a lot of Jewish composed songs in American history have a sort of social justice component to it. And it goes all the way back to the song Brother, Can You Spare a Dime? Which was a precursor to songs like What's Going On, and I think this Randy Newman song continues in that line. This is his statement on the Mississippi flood in 1927, and it hit Louisiana pretty hard, and they diverted the levees to not hit the rich neighborhoods and hit the poor neighborhoods, and he was pretty angry about that. And this is that song. It's a powerful song, and I think a great place to close tonight. I love this song, and these guys, once again, Kevin Smith, Nick Johnson, Justin Chesarek, John Liebman. How about it for Carla Harris? And I'm Joe Alterman. Thank you so much.
What has happened down here since the wind had changed? The clouds roll in from the north and it started to rain. Rain real hard and it rained for a real long time. There's 6 feet of water in the streets of Evangeline. River rolls all day, river rolls all night. Some people got lost in the flood, yeah. Some people got away all right. That river busted, cleared down the Plaquemine. There's 6 feet of water in the streets of Evangeline. Louisiana, Louisiana, they trying to wash us away, gonna wash us away. Louisiana, Louisiana, they trying to wash us away, gonna wash us away. Joe Alterman. Then Coolidge came down on a railroad train with a little fat man and a notepad in his hand. Pregnancy, fat man, ain't it a shame what the river has done to these poor brothers' land? Louisiana, Louisiana, they trying to wash us away, wash us away. Louisiana, Louisiana, they trying to wash us away, gonna wash us away. Man, they try to wash us away, gonna wash us away. They gonna wash us away, gonna wash us away, yeah. Gonna wash us away. They gonna wash us away.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you so much.